What up, friends? How are you doing? Good morning. How are you? Um, I'm doing great. I'm about to shower. Um, but did you hear the rumors? Just kidding. Hollywood rumors, like real rumor, not real rumor. Yeah, it's a rumor because I don't think it's been confirmed. But Taye Diggs, actor Taye Diggs, and April Jones are apparently married. April Jones, Omarion's baby mama. She also had a baby with his friend. Um, Not his friend. Yeah, that was his homeboy, right? She has two babies, and she's been around the block. Okay, she's talked about her fluidity around the streets, and she's never been silent about it. And that's her thing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what she wants to do. It's her body. It's her vagina. She could do whatever she wants with it. No shade at all. Well, Taye Diggs is an actor, Hollywood actor. He's in a lot of movies. He's in that TV show All American. Um, and apparently they've been dating for a very like a while. And they apparently she freaking got a ring. Oh my gosh, she got the ring. Okay, go girl. April Jones and Taye Diggs are married. What the fuck? What the fuck? Because they are, nobody would guess it because they're opposite. Like they're two different people. Like he's a Hollywood actor. He's a millionaire, probably a gazillionaire, and she's what, a baby mother. Like, like she's like an Instagram model. She's on social media. I know that. And she's fun. She's really funny. Like I think she's cool. I think I follow her on Instagram. I'm not too sure. I don't know if she was one of the ones that got removed, when I was deleting everybody, but but she's always been down. I always like. I can see the humor in her. I think she's misunderstood, and people would just look at her like, oh, she's kind of out of pocket. She's kind of weird. She's kind of different, um, and people don't usually disclose, things like that. Like if they're very sexual, everybody has phases in life. Sometimes you have phases where you just sleep around with everybody or sleep around with nobody. And then you go through phases like that in life. And maybe that was a phase in her life, and maybe that's in her past. I mean, clearly she's faithful to him because he wouldn't marry somebody that wasn't. You know what I mean? Like he at least he knows her on another level than we know her. You know what I mean? So that doesn't discredit her. People would just look at that and be like, oh, she's kind of hood. She's kind of not. Not what you would expect for a gazillionaire to a very successful actor, somebody well known in the community to be with somebody like that. Usually he's supposed to be with somebody that's his equal, but who's to say she isn't his equal? Sometimes they say opposites attract. And you know she was being honest about her sexuality and what she's done and stuff like that. So are we gonna just hang her on the cross every time? She was honest about it. At least she didn't lie and say, oh no, I didn't have it. It's about the whole honesty thing about it. It may not, you may not agree with it, but it's her life. She can do what she wants. You live your life whatever you feel is best for you. That's what we're here, right? We're here to make ourselves happy, and if that made her happy at one point, then that's her thing. But now I guess she's more of a, she's more senora vibes, and she's, wants to settle down, and she just so happened to nab a successful man. I mean, hey, nobody should look at her like, oh, what did she do? Did she manipulate him? People will always go for the negative just because, it may not look like a typical relationship, but he looks really happy with her. Like, they do videos together and stuff like that, and he looks at her like, you can tell when somebody's, I don't know, I'm a good body language I can spot body language, and I'm a good energy reader. So it seems legit, like their chemistry. She's not faking it either. Like if people, when people go together, they just go together, and there's like something that pulls them together, and you can see that with them if you watch them on Instagram and stuff like that. So no, it's not a typical, like, yes, he's supposed to marry like an A-list actor too. Is he? I mean, is that what makes him, like, when you're at work all day, and you're like, you don't want to come home and just talk, like, if you work with somebody and you work at the same place, and you're in a relationship with what am I trying to say? I'm just, like, it's coming out before I can make sense of it. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, when you're at work all day and when you leave work, you don't really want to talk about work. Like, you can talk about it, but if it's a stressful job, or if it's a lot, because there's a lot of politics in Hollywood. It may look like, oh, you're just an actor. Oh, you have such an easy life. No, there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of ass kissing you got to do. There's a certain type of, and that's how it is, like, it out, in the workforce too. There's a certain way you should act. You have to, it's a whole thing. It's not as easy as it looks. Okay, entertainment is hard too, but you want to get home from that stressful environment, come home and just chill and relax and be playful. If you could find somebody that you could be playful with, and be like, you don't have to worry about all of the adulting, you know what I mean. And that's probably his relief from his life, because it's a lot to be how, he is, and I don't think he has any children, but she has two children, one from Omarion and one from his friend. Okay, and she's dated Dr. Dre. Like, she's been around. She's been on the East Coast. She's been on the West Coast. You know, but I think that's awesome. Like, if he married her, and you know, I mean, I'm telling you, it looks like a legit. It's not a PR stunt. If it was, they would have like announced it. Don't you think? And she usually, paparazzi always follows her around with whoever she's dating. So clearly they made it secret. Like, they didn't announce it. So I don't know if it's true. It's just a rumor, but they have been dating for quite some time, and they've walked red carpets together. So I mean, it's known. So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, because that's what life's about, is having fun. If you can find somebody that you can have fun, laugh, kiki, have like inside jokes, or when you're on the same vibe as somebody else, and like y'all just have the same like sense of humor, the same jokes make you laugh, you'll have the same, like, that's, I mean, what better partner to have than somebody like that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Just because, people may look at it like, oh my gosh, she's like a whore, or she's like a slut or whatever. And look, what did she do to him, to manipulate him? Nothing. She was her fucking self. That's what the fuck she did. She was being her damn self, okay? Just because you don't agree with her lifestyle or the way she is doesn't mean that, it's bad for everybody. He saw what he saw her, he liked her, and he nabbed her. So what the fuck? Like, why are you gonna be so mad? Like, if I mean, you should be happy for other people's happiness, okay? That's how you will find yours, okay? By not worrying about other people's business and just worrying about yourself, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, now, goodbye.